Hello, hello. Today we are going to start with Dominion. Dominion is this game, which is a real-life card game in which you have these cards. There are three different, well, not more than three different types of cards, but three main types of cards: treasures, actions, and victory cards. So these victory cards score you points. So these are points. At the end of the game, if you have the most points, you win. You have these treasures, which gain you money, which then you can use your buys to buy action cards, which you can then play with your actions. You only have one action to start the turn, one buy to start the turn, so you have limited resources, but you can get more of actions and buys using other actions, or potentially treasures. So today we have, in the daily board, we have a few a few common cards. There's no common cards in in Dominion. It's all just the same rarity. We have some Dark Ages and some basic set. The classic Dominion set that we have here. So let's start with Beggar. I guess we'll just start from the zero or the lowest cost and go up. So Beggar says gain 3 coppers to hand. So you gain means that you usually, when you gain something, it's the same as when you buy it, so it goes into your discard pile. But this one says when you gain it, to put it into your hand, so you gain 3 coppers to your hand, so you basically get +3 money, but it's in the form of coppers, so it's a little bit riskier. And then it says when another player plays an attack, you may first discard this to gain 2 silvers, putting 1 on top of your deck, which isn't too bad for the reaction. But for the on-play effect, the 3 coppers is not great. Sometimes it's good, and I don't understand how it's good, but it is good sometimes. Maybe you take a big hand size to maybe play something like Seller. Seller says +1 action, so note that this one doesn't have a +1 action, so I'll call that one a terminal card. It ends the actions if you don't play any +2 action cards. Seller says +1 action, so you can play another action after it. Discard any number of cards, then draw that many. So it's a bit like the gambling chip or the gambling insight, I think, something like that in Silent, in Slay the Spire. Workshop says gain a card costing up to 4. This doesn't say gain to your hand, so it goes in the discard. Note the cost here is the cost at the bottom of the card over here. The other number over here is the number of these cards in play. So if there are 3 of these piles that are empty, if people buy at least 10 of the cards here, and there are 3 of these piles empty, or any of these piles as well count towards that 3, then the game's over. Or if the provinces are emptied, those 8 provinces, then the game is also over. Remodel says trash a card from your hand, which removes it from your deck. Gain a card costing up to 2 more than it. So you can trash, say, a copper, which costs 0, and gain a Beggar, which costs 2. Or trash a Necropolis, which costs 1, and gain a Workshop, which costs 3, or you gain a Silver, which costs 3. It doesn't say action here, it just says some card. Scavenger is from Dark Ages, and it says +2 gold, so that's the same as one of these, or 2 of these, basically, but it's an action, so you gain this gold to use on your buy phase. You may put your deck into your discard pile, so we have a deck over here, and a discard pile will show up over here once we discard something. And it says to put your deck into your discard pile, so you no longer draw from that deck, you're gonna shuffle everything together, look through your discard pile, and put 1 card from it onto your deck. So you can place 1 card for a guaranteed draw onto your deck. There'll be no deck once you put it into your discard, and then you replace it with the 1 card of your choice. Bandit Camp. So Bandit Camp says +1 card. So +1 card means you draw a card. +2 actions, which means that you'll be able to play, say, a Bandit Camp, keep your 1 action, and then gain another action to play something like Beggar, but then also play another action after that. So it allows you to play 1 terminal if you have +2 actions on a card. We generally call cards like +1 action, or +2 action, +1 card a village. So if I say village, that's what I'm talking about. And then it says gain a spoils. So spoils is this zero-cost treasure, which is not in the supply. You can't buy a spoils, but you can get a spoils through Bandit Camp. And when you play the spoils, you get 3 money from it, it's a treasure, but you return it to its pile, so you can only play it once. Junk Dealer is a cantrip, so it has +1 card, +1 action. It replaces itself entirely. And, oh, I should move the chat a little bit over so that we can see the scavenger there. It says +1 card, +1 action, so that's a cantrip. It just replaces itself, and then it also has, in addition to this basically a cantrip is something that even if you didn't have it in your deck, it would sort of be the same as not having it in your deck at all. It's neutral in terms of +1 card, +1 action, unless you draw it when you have no actions, of course. And then +1 money, so that's another benefit to it. Again, you can use it during your buy phase, and then trash a card from your hand, again, removing it from your deck. Okay, then we have these knights here. So the knights are not, all these other cards are 10 copies of the same card. Knights are 10 copies of different cards. So this one, for example, says +2 actions. Each other player reveals the top 2 cards of their deck, trashes one of them, costing from 3 to 6. So you would look at the top 2 cards of their deck, and if one of them costs 3 to 6, then you would be able to trash that one. If both of them cost 3 to 6, then they would choose which one to trash and discards the rest. So if there's no 3 to 6 cost, then they just discard them. Or discard one of them if there's only one 3 to 6 cost. If a knight is trashed by this, trash this. So if they have a knight and I trash it, then this card gets trashed, so I lose my card. These other ones have the same text at the bottom. They reveal top 2 cards and then trash one of them costing 3 to 6, but they have another extra effect. Like, for example, this one has +2 victory points. This one says you may trash up to 2 cards from your hand. This one says +$2. This one says +1 card, +1 action. So there's a lot of different things. So this is basically +2 actions with a knight. So this same as this text, but with the extra knight text. Pillage is a weird one. It says trash this, so you trash the card. You remove it from your deck. You only play it once. If you did trash it, that is, because you could possibly play it without trashing it somehow. There's definitely ways to do that. Gain 2 spoils, and each other player with 5 or more cards in hand reveals their hand and discards a card that you choose. So you get to discard a card of someone else's thing, and you gain 2 spoils from it. So it's a kind of nice card on play, but it trashes itself, of course. And then we have Hunting Grounds here, so that's +4 cards when you play it. And then this below the line thing is something that happens when you trash the card. So when you trash it, gain a duchy, which is one of these 3 victory cards, 3-point victory cards, or 3 estates. So you could gain 3 estates or just 1 duchy, depending upon where the game is at. If you're out of duchies, if the pile is gone, then obviously you're going to take the estates, right? Or you'll take the duchy because it's just 1 card. These are, of course, just dead draws because they don't do anything. They're not money. They're not actions. And in this game, you usually have 7 coppers and 3 estates to start. But instead, in Dark Ages, we can have shelters, which replace the estates, and they have something on them. So there's 2 other cards in here that have something different on them. But this one is a Necropolis, and it's just a +2 action, which is pretty nice to start with, for sure. So we're just going to end our actions because we don't need the +2 actions for nothing. And we're going to start the game by buying a remodel. So we play all of our treasures here, and we are able to buy 1 thing because we have 1 buy here. So we're going to buy a remodel. And then we're going to put that into our deck. It goes into our discard with the rest of the cards that we had. They all discard together, even the Necropolis, which we didn't even play. So we don't get to keep it, just like Slay the Spire. Then the AI is playing their 3 coppers and buying a silver. And I will follow suit. I will also buy a silver, but first let's look at these shelters here. So we have Hovel, which says when you gain a victory card, you may trash this from your hand. So if I were to gain an estate right now, then I could trash the Hovel from my hand, which gives me a more consistent draw, of course. These don't do anything other than what they say on there. This is an overgrown estate. It says 0 victory points, so it's not a very good victory card, but it is a victory card for the purpose of some kind of victory card things, I suppose. And it says when you trash this, +1 card. So there's a lot of trashing synergy in the in the Dark Ages set. I don't think we're going to get Workshop here because Workshop, even though it's a 3 cost and we have 3 money right now, it gains cards up to 4 and it's a terminal, so we don't have the actions to play this and the remodel we bought because these are both terminal cards. And there's nothing here in particular on this bottom row that cost 4 or less that I really want to get like many copies of. I would maybe use the Workshop to get some silver, but that's a pretty ineffective use of Workshop, I would say. We're just going to buy a silver instead. And here we have 3 coppers and 1 silver, so that'll allow us to buy a 5 cost card. They only get a 4. Oh, that was their second turn, of course. So our 5 cost card is going to be much more powerful than these 4 cost cards. I think we're going to either start with a junk dealer here to trash cards from our hand and then start cleaning out our deck. Or perhaps we pick up a Banding Cap, or Dame Molly is not too bad. The +2 actions certainly helps with the deck overall. We could try to build some kind of +2 action with the Necropolis and the Dame Molly and add in some Hunting Grounds perhaps for the draw. There is a very weak draw on this board. There's only the Cellar and the Hunting Grounds that draw more than 1 card, and only the Bandit Camp, which actually draw at least 1 card. Oh, well, the Junk Dealer as well, of course, too. That's a chain trap. It's definitely between these two. I think picking up a Bandit Camp is all right, but we only have the remodel for our actions right now, so we don't really need the +2 actions. We're not going to be playing 2 terminals right now, but we might pick up another terminal later. That also seems to suggest that maybe the Dame Molly is not worth picking up right now. In the next turn, we'll probably pick up another terminal. This will go into our discard pile, and we won't shuffle until we get to the not the next turn, but the turn after. So we could certainly think about taking a Bandit Camp or a Dame Molly if we're going to pick up an action next turn that's terminal. I'm not sure what action we would pick up next turn that's terminal. If we could afford a Hunting Grounds, I would probably pick up that, but I don't think we will. We'll have at most 4 coppers and a remodel. 4 coppers, a remodel, and 2 shelters are in our deck. That's 7 cards, of course. So then that's the whole set of here. So we have 4 money at most in this 7 cards, with the remodel, which can only remodel a 1 cost or a 0 cost. So that's not really going to get us very much. We could think about buying another remodel or another scavenger next turn, perhaps. Or not another scavenger, but just 1 scavenger. Scavenger is not a bad card because, for example, right now, I wouldn't mind playing a scavenger because we only have $4 in here. I would like to have the silver shuffled back in here so that we can start buying more interesting things. The interesting thing about the knight cards is that you can trash their very useful cards, like the remodel, like the silver, so that we set them back a lot by doing that. But it might be more beneficial to start cleaning out our deck because the remodel, we're not going to be really using the remodel on the coppers. We'll try to use those on the shelters or on other things so that we can get some higher cost cards. So I don't think I really want to remodel a copper into, say, an estate or a beggar or a cellar. Maybe a cellar if we had to, but a junk dealer can trash cards without worrying about getting anything from there. It's not trash for benefits, just trash for cantrip. So I think we'll start with the junk dealer here just to try to get clean as fast as possible. We're not going to go the beggar route, so we can try to get clean. I think that would be a slightly better strategy in this case. Unfortunately, we bottom deck the remodel. Our remodel is in our deck, so we don't get to remodel our overgrown estate or our necropolis. I don't think we would remodel the necropolis just yet anyway. We're going to pick up another silver here, I think. They don't hit 5 in their turn, which is nice for us, of course. So here we have a 5 cost hand and a remodel in hand. I don't know if I want to remodel the copper into a cellar just yet, but maybe it's worth doing because the other option is really to either not play the remodel or play the remodel. What do they remodel? They remodel the overgrown estate. That's a pretty good draw for them, but they only hit 4 again, so they get 2 silvers from remodeling that 1 cost card. I think I might remodel the copper into the cellar and then pick up a 4, or just not play the remodel at all. So it looks like they picked up another remodel when they had their turn, We got a junk dealer instead, which is it's probably a better trashing card for us right now. If they hit the 2 remodels in the same hand, then they're going to be sad, of course. So the other option would be to remodel the silver into a 5 cost and then pick up another silver, but that's the same thing as just ending our actions here, because if we don't remodel the silver, then we will have that silver in our deck, and we won't need to buy another silver. So I think we'll just not play the remodel right now, because I would like to pick up a 5 cost rather than a 4 cost here. And I think we will get the Dame Molly here. I believe in the Dame Molly Hunting Grounds play. Dame Anna is pretty good, but I don't think we really need that right now. So they buy a gold over the Hunting Grounds. Gold being a 3 cost, a 6 cost 3 gold or 3 money card. So we can go ahead and junk dealer on the Overgrown Estate to draw an extra card from this effect. When you trash it, draw 1 card. So our remodel is in here, and in here we have, I think there's another silver down here as well. So we'll draw silver and copper next turn, I think, along with 3 extra cards from the discard. We don't need the +2 actions, so we can just go ahead and play these. We probably either pick up a scavenger here or just pass. We don't want another remodel. We don't have very many remodel targets. The shelters only cost 1, whereas the default estates cost 2, so it's a bit better to remodel the estates than the coppers, or the shelters, but I think we're mostly going to remodel into silver anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We could definitely justify a scavenger here. We have a lot of cards that we would like to miss the shuffle if it comes down to it, but we don't have very much village effect. We have the 1 knight that has the village on it, and the necropolis, and we could pick up a bandit camp maybe soon. But we have, well, we only have 1 terminal right now, so maybe it's okay to pick up a scavenger. Scavenger is not a great card, but it's not a terrible card either, for sure. The 2 money definitely, well, this is of course the worst draw here, but we can remodel the scavenger into a hunting grounds and then buy a 5. That's pretty nice here. Pick up a bandit camp as well. So they're remodeling the copper into a beggar. I don't really like beggar very much, so I don't really understand why they would be doing that, although the knight plays are attacks, so they could use the reaction on there. So maybe that's why they're thinking of picking it up. They get a bandit camp, which is pretty nice, of course. We're going to get a hunting grounds here. We already have a few silvers, so I don't think getting a gold here is worth doing. The hunting grounds can help us draw. It's one of the only draw cards in this board. Set kingdom, whatever you're going to call it. We could grab a bandit camp here, I think is probably the play. This is a bit sad that we have these two. So they do shuffle their deck, so they might have the Beggar in hand when we play the Dame Molly, which we don't really want to do. Want to trigger the reaction here. They gain 2 silvers by doing that. But I think it might be, the remodel is out of their deck, but they do have another remodel, and they have quite a few silvers, and they have a gold as well. So trashing, say, the gold or the whatnot. Let's see, they played 1 silver and 1 copper. Okay, it's probably worth playing the Dame Molly. Okay, excellent. We get rid of the remodel. We discard the Beggar, so they don't get the Beggar in play there. I'm not sure if we want another silver at this point. We could probably take just the 1 more silver. I think at this point we're looking for payload in the form of bandit camps and maybe a gold. Maybe beggars in the late game, but not early for sure. So they might buy a province here because they tend to province pretty early. So we're gonna miss the junk dealer is gonna miss the shuffle, and so is the card that we buy. But the card we're gonna buy is, I guess the card we buy is gonna be pretty good, but we probably don't need another village in deck. I don't think the Dame Anna is worth picking up right now. +2 or 2 cards trashed is, I mean, we're already getting pretty clean here, so I mean it might be worth it, but but they're probably they might miss the shuffle, and I don't know if we want another knight with their beggar going on here. I think we'll pick up another bandit camp because more spoils, more plus action is good. We want to enable this hunting grounds as much as we can. We'll probably want to pick up another hunting grounds pretty soon here. So we're going to be able to draw 4 cards with the hunting grounds, and we're also going to be able to play another action with the +2 actions here. Necropolis putting in a little bit of work here. They pick up a duchy, which is definitely not good. Duchy is only 3 points versus the 6 points of the province. This early to pick up a duchy seems a little bit silly. We're at turn 10, so some games last as little as 11 turns, but right now this game is going a little bit slower than that for sure. There's only 1 province out, so we're definitely not at the point where you should be picking up duchies at all. So we have $8 here, but I don't think we want to buy a province. I think we'd rather play $6 and buy another hunting grounds. So we're going to remodel our silver into a bandit camp, I think. And then we'll play the knight just to get rid of their silver there, and then buy a hunting grounds. The one thing we are limited a bit here with is the buys. So I noted that we only have 1 buy, and there is no card in here which has plus buy on it, except for one of the knights. So one of the knights, Sir Martin, has +2 buys on it, and then also we can get cards. We can gain cards using workshop, and we can gain cards using remodel. But other than that, and I guess hunting grounds can gain a duchy or an estate. Other than that, we cannot gain more than 1 card with money. So we need to be a little bit careful about using our buys effectively. So I think for that reason, because we're buy limited, I'm going to pick up a province here so that we can start to use the buys that we have. So we have a limited number of turns which we can actually use to buy these provinces. And that's there's no alternate VP. We have to buy the provinces, duchies, and estates to win the game. So we're going to start on the provinces now. Their extra duchy buy might put them ahead, although I do not think it was correct to do so. I still do not believe it would be correct to go ahead and duchy there that early in the game. These spoils are going to help us province more frequently. Right now, they trashed a province to remodel it into a province, so they're trying to end the game faster by milling these provinces. Milling being a term used to describe like destroying something to end the game quicker, I guess is a good way to describe it. In Dominion, you're usually milling provinces, but there's certainly other games where you're milling other cards. We're going to go ahead and start with the Dame. That's unfortunate that we missed. We had a Beggar and a Spoils, which cost 0 and 2, so we don't get to trash either of them because it's only 3 costs, but at least the Beggar wasn't in hand. Well, we knew the Beggar wasn't in hand because they played the Beggar last turn. Well, they just shuffled, so it could have been in hand, actually. We probably should have played the Bandit Camp before the Dame, actually, now that I think about it, because we wanted to shuffle more spoils into the deck here. Probably Junk Dealer on the copper here. We can remodel. We could remodel the Necropolis, but because we do have a few Bandit Camps now, I think that's probably worth doing here. We only have $7, and the provinces, of course, cost $8. So I think we'll go ahead and pick up another Hunting Grounds here. Unfortunately, we draw the Hunting Grounds dead here, which is never great. We want a plus action with it. I think this card is... It's either a Bandit Camp or a Spoils. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's actually a Spoils, now that I think about it. So we're going to draw spoils with this, which means that we will have enough to buy a province. The provinces are getting a little bit low. They're at half now, so we need to be careful. Hopefully they don't have the money for a province here, and they might pick up a duchy instead, which will be terrible for them, of course. I hate when they play so slowly. Like, it's so annoying. There's no way to speed it up in this game. It's not like a there's no fast mode like Slay the Spire has. They do get the money for a province, which is a bit unfortunate. That'll set them 3 provinces up. That's a bit unfortunate that we hit the hunting grounds in this draw. I would have liked to not hit the hunting grounds. The other thing with hunting grounds is we can remodel hunting grounds into province. It costs 6, so we can remodel into province, and we also get a duchy with that, or 3 estates if we prefer, but we'll take the duchy. Buying a province here is a tiny bit risky because they might try to take a province. We do have, I think we have at least 1 more hunting grounds in the deck, so we could remodel that into a province and potentially get a little bit more ahead, but it is a bit risky to take the province here. At this point in the game, the duchy might be... It's hard here because I'm not sure if we're going to hit 8 again with the amount of money that we pulled out of the deck there. They don't have that much money. How many spoils are there usually? I don't remember. 15 maybe? I think I have 3 in my deck, so they might have 1. They have quite a bit of silver as well. How much silver did they use in the last one? 2 silver, 2 coppers, and 1 spoils. And they haven't trashed any copper. Have we only trashed 3 copper? That's pathetic. I think they trashed 1 copper also, so... I think we'll go for the province here. We may lose here. Just because we're 9 points down, and 9 points is a lot to recover without a +5 here. They need to whiff in order for us to recover here. If we are able to double province here, then that will be good. Okay, we definitely did not want to draw all the money at once. We were trying to look for a remodel, or we were trying to get a remodel hunting grounds turn right there. It's a bit too risky to buy the province right now, because they could just province and end the game, because once the province is run out, the game is over. So I think instead of a province here, we should buy a duchy, and then save these spoils for some extra money for potential provinces next turn. If they buy a province on their turn, we are also quite in trouble here. But we can remodel something into a duchy or a province. Okay, so we have the remodel into the hunting grounds if we want to, but we don't have the money to buy the second province, so if they buy a province, we definitely cannot do that. I'm a little bit worried they will actually... Oh, they have the mill here, which is terrible for us. They might even have the money for a province as well, because they still have the gold that they need to draw. Okay, so they're not gonna mill, they're gonna take the duchy instead of the silver, which means they might have... I don't think they should have the money for a province in hand then. It would be weird to mill the silver if you had the money with it for a province. So they only have enough money for an estate here. They might have one for a duchy. No, they don't have a spoils in hand. Okay. So we're going to bandit camp. We're going to bandit camp again here. See, the question here, should we hunting grounds and risk not drawing another hunting grounds? I think we can't risk not playing the hunting grounds there. I think we'll probably remodel either the junk dealer or the bandit camp into... so this is hard. So we could remodel the junk dealer into a duchy and then pick up another duchy with our spoils and copper. We don't have any more bandit camps in the deck. We have the Dame Molly in the deck, which is +2 actions, and a hunting grounds, which is +2 in the hunting grounds, which we could draw through the deck with. What else do we have in there? I think we just have money, green cards, and those. So I think we should remodel the junk dealer now. It's pretty close. If we were to draw the hunting grounds with the junk dealer, then we wouldn't want to remodel into a province anyway, so I think it's slightly better to just take the 2 duchies here and then hopefully be able to single province or double province, not next turn, but we definitely, this is a weird hand for us because we knew there was a lot of money in here, but we also knew there was a hunting grounds and such. It's a bit unfortunate that we didn't. I think there's actually 2 hunting grounds. Oh, this is terrible. Oh no. Yeah, we're gonna lose here. So we can't take the province because we won't win. So we're gonna have to take a duchy and then just pray that this Dame Molly hunting grounds play hits something good. Yeah, this is very unfortunate. I don't think we're gonna be able to win here. He has 6, so he can buy a duchy. So what we need to be able to do is... Oh, he even had a spoil, 2 spoils in hand, so he can buy the province and win. So we lost, but it's fine. Well, it was a pretty close game. I don't think the extra duchy that they bought there actually did help them. But again, the Beggar is, again, better than I think it is. And only playing it a couple times helped them there to not ruin their deck, but be able to afford province 2 turns. It's a bit unfortunate. Yeah. We'll go ahead and start with the Dominion now. Oh, we just go ahead and quit here. Okay, so let's, or sorry, did I say Dominion? I meant Slay the Spire now. Load up the game here. That daily took 30 minutes. Well, we did explain the entirety of what Dominion is, so that is probably why it took so long. Slay the Spire is just loading up, just taking its time. There we go. It is slow on Monday morning, I guess. It was a pretty lively stream last Monday morning. Choose a rare card to obtain is pretty nice here. We have three early shops here and no money option, which is a bit unfortunate. We could take one of the early shops. Like, we could take this early shop. I don't think this early shop is really gonna do us anything with, like, we'll only have like 102 gold maybe, or 100 and, sorry, not 102, like 112 maybe at most. We could take triple elite on this path here, or just a double if we are threatened. And there is campfires between things, so it's pretty nice over there. We could also take a triple elite and the burning elite if we feel very cocky about our rare card. There is less, I guess there's no fire between this one and this one anyway, so less fires is not really something I should be saying because it's not true. I mean, there's slightly less fires because there isn't a fire between this elite and the initial enemies, but I don't think that's really a big deal. We'll go ahead and choose the... Okay, so these are pretty nice here. So we have Bludgeon, Demon Form, and Impervious. Impervious is obviously a nice card to take in basically any deck. A bunch of block is never bad. Bludgeon I don't usually take. Demon Form is obviously really good. I mean... Yeah, it's obviously really good, but... I mean, we could start with the Bludgeon, like... starting with the bludgeon is kind of fun. Especially because, like, in the early game in Act 1, you just need, like, 1 or 2 big attacks. So getting the bludgeon out there is kind of funny, or at least fun to do. You can usually kill things in 1 hit, although there are lots of multi-enemy fights in Act 1. I think the demon form would be probably the best choice, but I think the bludgeon would probably be the funniest choice here. We are in Ascension 10, so it's no joke here. So we should probably just take the demon form and move on. Although the bludgeon is no joke either. Like, the demon form is definitely slower than the bludgeon. You can just kill things with the bludgeon. I don't know, I'm gonna take the bludgeon. I think it's probably the wrong choice to take the bludgeon there. In my honest opinion, but I think it is the fun choice, and it might be better in some scenarios where we have very specific fights. I don't think I'll take the Burning Elite. I don't think the bludgeon is... Maybe the Burning Elite's fine, actually. We don't get to shop, but we don't necessarily need a shop. I mean, we could still take the early shop and just remove 1 card. That might be worthwhile, actually. That's probably fine, actually. We have 2 enemies here, which means bludgeon is not going to be quite as good, but we can kill one of them right away, and then we're almost guaranteed lethal next turn with bludgeon. Bludgeon! Ghostly Armor is a bit of a risk, but it's certainly a nice card. Warcry is definitely interesting with, like, timing out the bludgeon better. It is certainly nice to, like, time... If you put the bludgeon on top when you know the next turn they're not going to be attacking, that's a pretty nice thing to do. The Ghostly Armor is also obviously nice. Let's check the boss just real quick. We have the Hexaghost up here, which is always quite annoying. Flame Barrier is pretty good against Hexaghost, but right now I think we'll take the Warcry. I don't know if it's right either, but again, it just sort of feels kind of fun to do. Well, no, that's not good with that's not that good with Demon Form. I was thinking it would be great with Demon Form, but well, this would be great with Demon Form, obviously, but this is not perfect with Bludgeon. Bludgeon is more like a 1. I guess we could probably take the Havoc, actually. The Havoc with the Warcry with the Bludgeon is not actually bad at all. We get a free... Metallicize is also nice for sure. We get a free play of even if we want to put like a Defend or a Strike on top, we could upgrade this and get it to be 0 cost. Can we take this and that? It looks pretty close to the right amount. I mean, this is 111 plus... No, it's not the right amount. It's going to be 23 instead. 123 instead of 111. Or 118, sorry. My bad. I think we take the removal here. I don't think the Havoc is that good, and I don't like anything else really, honestly. I would maybe, if I hadn't have taken the Warcry, I might have taken the Battle Trance here, but I think the remove is slightly better. I think we remove a Strike here because we have this giant Bludgeon here, which shouldn't, yeah, it shouldn't. We shouldn't need the strikes, essentially, is what I'm thinking. I think we'll leave. I don't think... Well, we could do 1. Okay, well, that was probably worth it. 1 was certainly worth taking an oddly smooth stone. That's for sure. I think we'll double block strike here, because these are 6 with the oddly smooth stone. Thanks, oddly smooth stone. Getting him within range of bludgeon will be certainly nice in the next turn. Okay, this is just epic. Haha! I hope we draw Bludgeon next turn as well. That would just be perfect. Can Warcry maybe get it? We get the Bash, which is lethal, right? Well, these fights have gone excellent so far, so I'm not too upset that I took the Bludgeon. We could take the Havoc now. I think this is an interesting idea. Get some big cost cards. Go ahead and Warcry Havoc them. I don't think we're gonna Warcry here. I think we might as well just Bash and Strike. Do a little bit of damage. I guess we could Warcry just for the top deck. I'm not sure if we want to do that though. The Bludgeon will be lethal because he's low enough and he's vulnerable. Oh, I just mentioned the Heart of Iron on the... These are some pretty nice early potions. Now I wish I took the, Now I wish I had taken the Rupture with this Combustier. But I don't think it's probably worth doing. I don't know if True Grit it would be worth it either. I don't think Combust is worth it without Rupture, honestly. With Rupture, yeah, it's definitely worth it. But without Rupture, you're losing HP to deal like just a little bit of HP to everyone. I don't think we need another Havoc. I think one Havoc is more than enough right now. We only have the one use of Warcry anyway. And I don't think we're a True Grit deck. If we got like Dark Embrace, maybe True Grit is okay, but right now Dark Embrace is not really working with like the Warcry Havoc thing because exhausting with the Warcry draws a card, so we don't get to put a card on top. Knob is in trouble, I believe. I think we'll go ahead and Warcry. Okay, so we could think about top decking Havoc. Yeah, I think we'll top deck the Havoc. Or we could play the Havoc to exhaust to defend. That might be slightly better. Yeah, actually, that's probably slightly better. Just getting rid of it from our deck so that we draw the attacks more often against Knob is probably worth doing. We don't have very much defense, but we do have the Oddly Smooth Stone, which is probably just enough defense in general. We'll just take the 48 damage here. We can take 8. We might even draw the Bludgeon again and then win, which would be funny. Well, we didn't draw the Bludgeon, unfortunately. I don't think we really need to Bash here. I think we'll defend because next turn we're guaranteed to win with the Bludgeon. And then, I mean, we could double strike, but it really doesn't matter. I guess we'll just Bash for the fun of it. More damage with the vulnerable, more single hit damage, kind of fun. Doesn't really matter at this point. Chimeric Fish isn't bad. Now I wish I took the, instead of the Warcry, I could have taken, or maybe it was the Havoc actually. I could have taken that card, which when you draw a status card, it draws a card, which is not a bad thing here. I think maybe we'll take the armaments because we don't have any upgrades here. Upgrading Havoc, making cost 0 is certainly decent for sure. And getting some slightly more block for like another elite fight is certainly nice. I think we'll take the Golden Idol. 18 damage, then heal maybe? We probably would like to smith the armaments, but I think we will just take the 18 damage and heal here. Smiling Mask is certainly interesting. That's certainly interesting. We could definitely wait a couple turns for the armaments to start rolling in. The armaments upgrades, but we don't have armaments upgraded, so it's a little bit less good for sure. And we're not guaranteed to like block in next turn. This is a sort of weird hand because we got these cards and we got the defends and these big attacks, which makes it kind of awkward. We could take the metallicize. He has 2 strength, so it's actually probably worth taking the metallicize. We could bash him, because it won't break him open, right? No, it's 8 damage, so it doesn't deal any damage to him. Gives 2 vulnerable, which means that we could triple strike next turn if we get it. It's probably worth it, right? We're probably not going to wait 2 turns here, probably just the 1. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, we could... it's probably just worth it to start here, right? I mean, the next draw is not fantastic by any means, but... we do have the 1 block. We have the War Cry to maybe get something better. This is a good chunk of damage. I don't know if it might have not been worth it to actually do that there. Bludgeon, okay. I think we'll War Cry here. Okay, I think we're gonna put the Bludgeon on top. Double defend here. Double defend strike probably. Although I don't really want to draw the Bludgeon with the bash, but I don't think we're gonna play Bludgeon this turn, and giving the option to play it next turn is probably worth doing, right? With the metallicize is certainly worth it here. We're gonna save a lot of health by doing it, right? I don't know. I don't think we have time to play the Bludgeon again, right? Or maybe we do. We might. Although bash strike might even be better than Bludgeon here. Because this is 8 plus 9 plus the 13. That's 17 plus 13 is not more than Bludgeon for sure. So maybe it isn't worth playing the bash here instead of the Bludgeon, but we could always bash defend, save a little bit of health. I do need to start dealing some more damage. I think we're gonna bash defend because next turn having him vulnerable would certainly be nice. We're gonna draw 2 more cards than this. We can Havoc even. Okay, we drew the bash. Which means we could bash right now. It's between bash and Havoc, I think. I think we're gonna bash and strike here. I think we don't... Havoc will probably... If Havoc mills Bludgeon, we might just be dead, right? So... Okay, so this is 46 damage. Put him at not 18, but 16. 16 health with a vulnerable means that 2 strikes would be able to kill him, or any other attack. So if we draw any other attack with this hand, we kill him. And we'll block in 6 of the 22. Or we could double strike here, which is only 7 damage. Oh, we can't. We have a strength -2, so let's think about that. Well, it's 8 plus 2. No, it's 7 times 2. So actually, with 16, we'd need triple strike or a bludgeon or a bash. Or I guess an armaments might work as well. I think maybe it's worth doing. It's pretty close here on what the benefit of doing that is. Okay, we did get the damage to kill him, so it's fine. That was actually worth doing. Voodoo doll. Well, at least we start with 1 strength. That's something, because we have the curse that we always have. That's oh my word. If we had taken the rupture and the combustion, we would have had a really nice deck right now. Headbite might be worth doing, because it also synergizes with the Havoc stuff. I think it's probably worth doing. I don't know, we're pretty low here, so I don't know if taking another elite is worth it, but I guess we could see what happens in these 2 fights. Oh, this is not a good fight for us for sure. The bludgeon is way more damage than we need to do. The Havoc isn't too bad here. You can think about armaments, Havoc, defend and strike here. Yeah, that's not bad at all. We do take 3 damage, but that's a bit unfortunate. Probably have to wait on killing him, yeah. Okay, interesting. We get the bash here. The bash isn't killing anyone. So maybe we put it back on top and we triple defend here. Yeah, probably. I'm a little bit scared for next turn, but we should be able to kill him. Yeah, I am a little bit scared for next turn. The headbutt is also not doing anything. Yeah, this fight is pretty bad for us. So if we bash and strike, we can kill this guy. Or we could bash and headbutt. We will take the 15 damage, though. This is spooky. Yeah, this is not cool. It was really unfortunate that he got that on there. I think this is predetermined which one it blocks, or maybe it just blocks the lowest one. I'm not 100% sure actually. No, it doesn't block the lowest one because it blocked on him just now. If only we had an extra energy here, we could kill both this guy and this guy, and probably save a lot of health here. Well, this is a bit unfortunate. We're gonna take the 10 damage because we have to, right? Not sure if we headbutt or strike. Don't think I want the bash back on top, actually, so... Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. Yeah, I think Havoc's probably worth playing right now. Yeah, okay, that's definitely worth it. We should be fine now. We shouldn't lose any more HP to these guys, but... yeah. Quite unfortunate that it went down the way it did. We're definitely not going to be able to take another elite fight after this. We should headbutt here. Because getting the vulnerable on him would be nice. I guess we can start with a bash, and then Havoc, okay. Well, you know, that's sort of what happens, right? Jeez, I wish we would built the Rupture deck. That would have been nice. I don't know what I was really thinking without taking the Rupture there. Like, what? Yeah, we really... yeah, we didn't have a dark deck archetype and getting the Rupture would have probably been worth doing. We've only seen like good cards for Rupture basically. Although we are pretty low, so maybe it wouldn't have been good because we would have been too low to actually use the Rupture stuff, or we would have died maybe. Sever Soul maybe is okay. It's pretty close between like skip and taking any one of these really. We could certainly consider taking a Hemokinesis. Maybe even an Entrench. I don't think Entrench is worth taking here, but I think I'm just gonna skip actually. None of those cards like stick out to me as like this is something that you need to take. I'm not gonna take this. Another triple enemy fight, which is obviously not gonna be good for us. So we could just bludgeon and only take the 6. It is a little bit annoying. We could regen potion here because we might get a potion. It's probably worth it. Let's just go ahead and take the 6, or can we somehow manage to deal damage to both of them and kill them? No, we can only kill one at most anyway, so why don't we just bludgeon them because it's funner. It's more fun to do so, I guess. At least the Hexaghost won't have much health to hit. We won't have much life to deal with him though. We can armaments on the Warcry here. Not exactly what I was hoping for. I guess let's just get rid of the strike. It's fine. We're trying to regen our health, so just sitting here, getting rid of the strike, leaving the block in our deck is good because we can certainly block these guys in. They're not even like really trying to kill us here. Can upgrade the headbutt here. We'll probably defend and then put the armaments on top. Extra defend, more defense, or an extra upgrade, more defense, all that stuff. I mean, we're not going to be here very long, but we want the full heal from the regen, and we don't want to take any damage. So, I guess we could upgrade Havoc and then play the Havoc. Okay, that's not really what I was hoping for, but go ahead and end his life, walk in, whatever, it doesn't really matter. And then we can go ahead and end with Bludgeon here, because... Oh wait, we need actually one more turn, unfortunately. We need one more turn to get our HP. We need that 1 HP, right? Necessary HP. Go ahead and Havoc, I don't even know what's on here. Havoc's kind of a fun card. Oh, the Sword Boomerang. Now I really wish I took the Rupture. I guess we could still take the Sword Boomerang because we do have the Voodoo Doll. We could go for a Curse deck. Be kind of weird, but we do have the Exhaust to deal with them. Or at least some Exhaust to deal with them. Interesting. I guess we can... Don't think this is the guy who does the Hex. I can't actually remember. We did get a potion there, so it was definitely worth playing that potion just to heal up. We're gonna take 2 here, which is a little bit annoying, but... The Warcry Havoc thing is actually no joke. Like, it's a real combo, for sure. What do we want on top here? I guess the sword boomerang is probably worth doing. We're gonna double defend so we don't take that extra 2 damage. We're gonna top deck the sword boomerang here. Oh, we probably won't have the energy to play it. Oh wait, actually, it was probably stupid to top deck anything because we want to bludgeon next turn and just kill him, right? Yeah, maybe it's stupid to top deck anything right there. Yeah, so we didn't draw the bludgeon because we top decked the sword boomerang, which now feels pretty stupid. But we're gonna take an extra damage for it, unfortunately, unless we have lethal here. So this is 6 plus 12? 6 plus 12 is not 24. So I guess we'll just take the 1 damage. Kind of annoying, but... Yeah, we definitely did not need to take that 1 damage if we had played properly. Of course, the worst case scenario came true because we misplayed. It was all because we misplayed. There's no reason we had to bottom deck the bludgeon. I don't know what to do here. These all seem meh at best, right? I guess Shockwave is pretty nice sometimes. Yeah, Shockwave might be worth taking, right? Dropkick is also kind of nice sometimes, but we only have the unupgraded Bash in our deck. I would take both of these together, but not. I probably wouldn't take the dropkick without the Shockwave first. I don't think we'll heal here because Hexaghost is going to deal more damage to us if we heal, so we might as well smith something. We can smith the armaments, probably the best one to smith because it upgrades the whole hand for the rest of the combat rather than just 1 card, and what? And we are going to play it probably anyway, so... And it's better than upgrading 1 card. We upgrade a bunch of cards, right? What's better than upgrading 1 card? Upgrading more than 1 card. Duh. So we have a bunch of defends in the deck. That's pretty nice for the second turn here. We'll go ahead and bash and sword boomerang. I don't know what we're doing. This is not really a deck that I would really expect me to have in the start of Act 1. We can triple 6, which will block in. Shockwave will give him weak, so he'll deal 25% less damage, so at most he's going to deal 1 less damage, so that's going to be 2 times 6, so 12 still. So we could block in 6 of the 12, but why not just block in fully and play the Shockwave later, is my thinking here. It's not like we're losing out on any opportunity cost by playing it, or not playing it. We could think about bludgeoning here. But we could also top deck the bludgeon with the war cry, is another thing we could do. That might be okay. We could headbutt something if we want to play it. With the, like, headbutt it and then war cry it and then play it. I don't think we really need to play anything. I guess we could top deck the Havoc and play it for an extra play on one of these two and just get rid of them from our deck. It's not the worst idea in the world. A striker defend, we probably would remove that anyway, right? So we could ritual here. Probably should have ritual 2 turns ago if we're gonna ritual, right? So we probably won't ritual this combat. We probably do need to, right? We don't have enough damage to kill this guy, and yeah, it's actually probably necessary, so we probably should have done that before. Whoopsie. We're gonna go ahead and... Oh wait, we can't... We're gonna top deck something with the war cry, so... Oh, I guess we get to choose what we sort of... Yeah, okay, whatever. So we'll put the defend on top, and then we'll havoc it, I think. I'm not sure if that's worth it, but it's what I did. Having a smaller deck with the burns is probably not a good thing. because you draw the burns more often, then... Yeah, maybe that was dumb. Yeah, I don't know. We can headbutt the burn and then havoc it if we want to. And then sword boomerang. Just to get it out of our deck. Yeah, it's probably worth doing, right? I'm gonna take 6 damage here, but we're probably gonna take 6 damage a lot, right? I mean, it's a little bit... We're a little bit low to be taking this damage all the time. This is a very unfortunate hand for him not attacking. We could try to get a draw with Skill Potion, but I don't think it's worth it here. Hopefully the ritual will just sort of carry us, but, you know, if we just end up taking too much damage, then like we're gonna be doing. Loses 2 strength is pretty good here. Also, Flame Barrier is pretty good for sure. I don't think we need Limit Break. I think it's a bit too much. I think we'll take the Flame Barrier because it's just some extra block. We could even think about Bludgeon here. Although Sword Boomerang 8 times 3 is quite a bit of damage, and blocking and doing that much damage is probably honestly worth doing. Without... Yeah, the 24 is probably worth doing. So we should probably think about whether we want a Shockwave here or we want to... No, we shouldn't defend. It's just not worth doing, I don't think. We'll go ahead and Shockwave here just to get it out of our deck and to apply the weak and the vulnerable. Pretty nice to apply the weak and the vulnerable for sure right here. Here we can headbutt a burn and get rid of it. Although we are taking a little bit too much damage here. I mean, we don't have a lot of choice. I mean, we could headbutt the Flame Barrier and play it. That might be worth it, actually, to do. We have enough strength that we can get through without the Flame Barrier, so I think it's probably fine to top deck the Flame Barrier, or at least play it, or exhaust it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I think we'll defend here. I don't think we need to strike is the thing, because we will eventually kill this guy with our ritual and all these other things. Yeah, I think probably next turn we have lethal unless we draw poorly, which is certainly possible. Okay, we drew the bludgeon, which is lethal for sure. This deck feels bad. When you gain block, deal damage. Berserk is not bad here, although the vulnerable is a little bit scary for sure. Could pick up Berserk just hoping we get pellets. I don't know, it's pretty, like... Our deck is not good. Let's be real here. Our deck is not good. So the thing is, like, taking a risk with, like, the Berserk is probably something we should be doing right now, just to, like, see if we can get some kind of edge case win. Oh boy. We could take the Cursed Key, which helps with the Voodoo Doll, of course. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that, just for the Voodoo Doll. Power up the Voodoo Doll. We're gonna do a Cursed Run, I don't know. Are we gonna do a Cursed Run? That seems a little bit insane, but... Cursed Run with Berserk. Yeah, that's definitely... seems like the play here. We are so gonna die. We got the Burning Elite last time, I forgot about that for some reason. We put a bit of money here. So we could definitely think about going to a shop. There's not a lot of, like, perfect shops here, for sure, but this shop doesn't seem too bad. We could take double elite shop here. Quite a few campfires along there so we can get our upgrades going. Yeah, it's probably worth it. Could go a different way if we feel like it's necessary. Shop after the shop after the bucket, the chest is also pretty good because of the curse key. Like, if it's a really bad curse, we probably just don't want to keep it. We're probably going to Havoc here just to see if we can't get some defense going. There, we got some defense going, which is nice. Don't like to take damage that we don't need to take, right? We have 4 energy now, which will be very helpful for playing the Bludgeon and something else. Bludgeon is obviously a lot worse when we only have 3 energy. Could even Bludgeon, top deck the Bludgeon. Play it again next turn. I think that's actually what we're gonna do, because it's lethal, right? So 33 is the damage that Bludgeon does, so with the plus strength, of course. And now we see the status card one again, but we don't have the wild strikes that we could have picked up. We could pick up a twin strike. It's not terrible. I mean, it is kind of terrible. We have the 1 strength. I don't think it's worth doing. Yeah, it's probably not worth doing. We have enough attacks in our deck that we don't need it. Okay. I don't really love Regret, but I don't know. We should have taken the Rupture. The Rupture, the Voodoo Doll, and the Curse Key would have been really nice, actually, because you could get things like Regret, or like the Burn stuff, or I can't remember what it's called, like Decay or something like that. We would have rather, what is it called? I can't remember what it's called, but the one that's like the damage dealt to you rather than the boot. I mean, the boot, I guess the boot upgrades Sword Boomerang when we have 1 strength. We could get 2 strength somehow, but I guess if we have 1 strength, no, we do have 2 strength now because of the Voodoo Doll. Okay, well, oh right, we have the Voodoo Doll thing, so we probably should have taken the, what's it called, that thing that we were thinking about taking, the Twin Strike. We're not going to play the Berserk here. The fight is not going to go long enough that the Berserk will matter, and the 2 vulnerable on us is a little bit too much damage. We'll play the Bash because it's more damage than the Strike. Bit unfortunate that we're taking this damage here, but there's not really a way around it. We did not draw any defense, so we don't have enough defense in our deck in general, so that's probably why we didn't draw enough defense. Go ahead and block in, and then just deal... Oh, we can go ahead and kill him, I guess. I didn't even realize we had that much damage, but with the upgrade, I suppose we do. And the strength. Well, the boot does nothing now, which is great. We can top deck the Sword Boomerang and then get it again for lethal. Alright, I don't think any of these are good enough to take. I mean, we do have the headbutt for... Rampage. But I don't really think we need another attack, is the thing. The Rampage is upgraded. Might be worth taking, but I don't think it is. We shouldn't have too much trouble here if we draw the Sword Boomerang. Okay, we didn't draw the Sword Boomerang. Top deck to defend, I guess. Oh, we could have dropped him. That would have been slightly smarter to do, and we didn't play the upgraded... We didn't play the upgraded strike, we played the non-upgraded strike, which is pretty stupid of me, but whatever, it probably doesn't matter for the bird specifically. Do we have enough damage to drop him? Close. Well, let's go ahead and do the berserk, do the bludgeon, and then do the headbutt on the bludgeon, I think. We'll have another energy next turn so we can play like a bash bludgeon. Not sure if that will be lethal, but get quite a bit of damage at least. Well, this is a very unfortunate hand for sure. But we can go ahead and havoc here. So we get the bash out. Let's see what the bludgeon does. 51. I guess we're just gonna do all the damage. I mean, it doesn't really matter. 18 damage. Well, that kind of sucks, but 20 damage. Insult to injury. At least we have a campfire before the elite, so we could heal up if we needed to. Holy crap. Well, this is terrifying. I guess Sword Boomerang does 15, no, 21 damage. So if we upgrade it, it'll kill him. Okay, I guess we're gonna do that. We can't take 30 damage right now, so. Burning Pact, wait, is this at the start of each combat? Okay, so, oh wait, True Grit or Burning Pact, that's the question. I think maybe even True Grit, because, like, we need some more block in our deck, honestly. Like, we actually do need more block, but we need more draw because of the extra energy too. It's pretty close here, I'm not sure. Both of these have their merits. I think we'll take... Okay, we're gonna take the Burning Pact. There's more good block in Ironclad than good draw, I would say. I would say that. I'm not sure if it's 100% true, but I think I would say that. We are gonna take quite a bit of damage right here. Definitely not gonna play the Berserk. Yeah, this is not fun at all. Could maybe think of Smoke Bomb here. Yeah, let's go ahead and leave here. Doesn't really matter. Got a bad opening hand. We heal 6 from that. So we could probably not rest here. We could rest after the elite. Probably. Could think about that upgrade. Sword Boomerang is a decent upgrade for sure. Bash is obviously a good upgrade, good thing to upgrade. I think we'll go ahead and upgrade the Berserk, because if we get it, we would like to play it with knowing that we're not going to take damage, rather than almost certainly taking damage. Okay, so we can Burning Pact the Regret here, which is almost certainly going to be worth it, no matter what's happening. Armament's definitely worth playing here. And then... I guess we could headbutt the armaments. We could take the damage and... or we could just defend. I think we'll defend here. And then maybe it's worth it to Sword Boomerang, but it's almost the same damage as headbutt, and we get to headbutt like an armament, so it's probably worth it to headbutt instead. Because 15, no, it's 20. Okay, well, maybe it was worth it to headbutt. Or so to Sword Boomerang, because it was upgraded, but... whatever, we can armaments... Oh, okay, we don't want to probably play the Berserker. Unless we have enough block? Do we actually have enough block? To Berserk? I think we might actually have enough block to Berserk here. Go ahead and Warcry first. Yeah, we'll put this back on top, I think. No, we'll put this back on top because we don't have the energy to play the other thing. Okay, let's see how much block we have here. We have 24, so a vulnerable would be another... yeah, that would be 10. So that would be 30 damage, so we would take 6 damage. 6 damage for an extra energy. Probably worth it, honestly. It's pretty close, but I think it might be worth it. He's not very low, so we're not... So the Havoc gets Shockwave, it's great. If the Havoc gets Strike, it's great. If the Havoc gets Bludgeon, that's kind of bad. Because we kind of need Bludgeon to be able to win this fight. But I think it's probably a risk we have to take. Oh, of course. Well, we're gonna have to grind this out here. It would have been really nice to get the Shockwave here. To get some extra block, or some extra weakened, so that we can block a little bit more. Well, this is terrifying. I'm really not having this. Okay, we're gonna Burning Pact to see if we can't get some... Okay, that's decent for sure. Okay, so Havoc I think we'll go ahead and play here. Oh, we're losing all of our good attacks here. Oh boy. 5. Okay, so we're only going to take 5 damage. We probably should have healed before this, honestly. We are in trouble. Okay, let's see here. 15 plus 16 plus 12. 15 plus 16 is 31. 31 plus 12 is 43 plus the 10 if we want to. Yeah, it's probably worth it. I mean, this is 18. He's dealing 25. Yeah, it's worth it. Okay. Let's go ahead and throw the potion. Guess we should have thrown the potion last just in case we miscounted or something. We do have a Dark Embrace here, but I feel like we didn't... Well, maybe it's still worth it. It makes the Warcry a lot worse. Pummel might be better. Pummel is probably better, isn't it? I mean, Dark Embrace is a good archetype, and we do have the Burning Pact. We do have Havoc. But Pummel with the boot and Voodoo is just good, right? I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say what would be best there. We probably didn't need to rest before here. Another regret, really, okay. Red Skull is pretty epic, honestly. Probably Smith the Pummel or something. Getting it to 5 is pretty awesome. We only get one chance to play it, so having it line up with the armaments isn't as likely as something else. Okay, so we have a Ginger, a Pantograph. Prismatic Shard isn't actually terrible here because we have such a weird deck that it might be worth getting some colorless cards and other class cards. It might actually be worth doing that. Burning Pact, I think I like that card in our deck. We have some curses that we definitely want to get rid of. Could take the Burning Pact and the Feel No Pain. Let's take it. We're doing it. We're doing it, boys. We're doing the Prismatic Shard. I just feel like our deck is so weird right now that we kind of just need something else. Let's remove a strike here. Ginger isn't bad either. If only it was the if it was the mushroom, which we can't buy in the shop anyway, but the mushroom would mean that we can't be vulnerable, which would be awesome with Berserk. Maybe we save for another shop because we want to pick up like pellets or something, for sure. Or I mean, what does this say? Does it reward screens? Okay, so it's not shops that contain other cards. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna use the washroom. I think my my desire to use the washroom right now is overpowering my thought process. Okay, I'm back. Made a coffee and a tea this morning, so needed to use the washroom. Could also think about. I'm just gonna leave. Let's leave before we do anything stupid, like prismatic shard. Jax is not bad. Now I really wish I took the Rupture. Okay, we're gonna take the Jax. We're gonna get Jaxed here. Jax and Red Skull are very synergetic. Or, synergetic? What the heck am I saying? Synergetic? What does that even mean? Synergistic, I guess is the right word to say there. We can go ahead and Jaxed here. Oh, we even activate the Red Skull with that? That's hilarious. So this is 50 damage. 50 plus the 40 is 90. So we could do 90 damage right now, but I think I'd rather just get rid of him from existence. Or I guess we could do all the damage here, but just with the Bash and Pummel and get rid of the, and not worry about the Bludgeon, and play the Defend to block him, but we will take a Weakened here. We will have an 8 Strength though, so it probably doesn't even matter if we're weakened or not, right? Yeah, it probably doesn't matter. Well, that's a lot of damage that we just did. I didn't even check how much it was going to be. I just knew it was going to be a lot. We can probably Feel No Pain, Burning Pact on this. This is a bit scary. There's not much we could get with Burning Pact, but we would be able to prevent 2 loss of HP with the Regret, but I think we'd rather get rid of the... Well, this is 5 less HP because we get to Burning Pact. We could also get a War Cry and just exhaust it for the 3 or 4 block that we get from Feel No Pain. Well, this is 6 block and this is 9 block, so I think we'll go ahead and take 9 block here. We'll take 20 damage, which is quite a bit of damage here, plus the 23 damage. A little bit more than I would like. Yeah, this is a little bit spooky, scary skeletons, but yeah, not much we can really do with it, right? Put that on top. I really don't. Maybe we could play that this turn. I mean, I'm not 100% sure that this is gonna work. I think we'll play that next turn. Okay, this is the moment of truth. Okay, well, we can go ahead and kill him as well. Or we could just deal the damage here. What are we drawing next turn? We're drawing the Berserk, we're drawing the Headbutt, the Havoc, the Strike, the Defend, and maybe the Regret. I mean, well, maybe any of these cards, right? So we don't have enough damage to kill him next turn, so let's go ahead and just deal with this issue right now, so we're not... I mean, we're pretty low, right? So we should probably deal with that issue before it becomes a little bit too much, right? This is a little bit much right now. I am afraid for my life. Okay, so this is 21 damage. I don't know how much that is, but I guess we're gonna see. We can put, I don't know, the Sword Boomerang on top. 21 damage is enough to kill him. Thank you. Okay, let's see what we have here. We're definitely not taking Eviscerate. Conclude is not bad at all. Let's take it. Conclude is great with our strength buffs, and honestly, it's fine. I think we'll take the random upgrade and the remove, the full service, as you would say. We'll remove the strike probably. Burning Pact, nice. That's not bad at all. I think we need to rest again. What's the upgrade for Jax anyway? 3 strength. I think we'll just rest. We have armaments. We can upgrade some stuff during the combats. Should be fine. It'll be fine. Well, good thing we didn't get the Incense Murder this turn. Next turn is probably just as bad, but like, he's gonna deal like 7 times 2 or something next turn, so it should be fine. We can War Cry here. Probably put the Conclude back on top, because the Conclude will deal damage to all these boys, but if we play it now, it's just gonna deal damage to him. So I think it's worth doing that, and we're gonna play everything except for the Regret anyway, so we'll only take the 1 damage from that. It's funny that we get the Orb slot because we have the Prismatic Shard now. The Regrets would have been really nice with the Rupture, but so it is. So it be. Draw some cards here, I think. Not too bad with. I mean, I don't really mind getting the Bludgeon right now. We're not gonna probably play the Bludgeon. They were gonna probably steal the Bludgeon anyway. They'll probably steal the Berserk. It would be nice if somehow the intangible turn lined up with his Hyper Beam, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It would be very lucky if that did happen. Enough block to block these guys in. I don't know if... Maybe we should just play the Headbutt and the Conclude. Maybe the Armaments isn't as good right now. Could top deck the Burning Pact. Probably worth doing, right? I think we don't really care that much about the Berserk being taken. I think if he takes the Jax, we'll be pretty upset, but I think the Berserk we're okay with him taking for now. I don't know what this guy will take, because he's going to take next turn and we'll draw 5 cards here, and I don't know what will be left. So I think we'll deal the damage here. I'm not 100% sure that's correct, but yeah, we can top deck the Burning Pact, I think. And then we'll conclude. Obviously conclude that turn, which much better than the turn before because it's dealing damage to these two as well. I like how the animation for the Hyper Beam and these guys' attack is the same, even though the Hyper Beam is like the scariest thing in the world. So he did seal the Berserk Plus. go ahead and exhaust the Ascender's Bane, even though it's going to exhaust itself anyway. Shockwave, obviously not too bad here. Could wait to play Pummel until we activate the red skill, which is probably going to happen. I don't think we want to play Havoc right now. If it gets the Jax, we really don't like that for sure. The Burning Pack we don't want to exhaust either, and the Sword Boomerang we don't want to exhaust either, so could just block in, or we could pummel him. If they do their actions right now, they probably take the Burning Pack, so we probably want to kill this guy, but I don't think we want to play the pummel right now. I don't think we want to play the Havoc, so let's go ahead and blow off. I think the next turn he's gonna try to kill us, which is not gonna be great. Yeah, so he steals the Burning Pact here. So that's not awesome. Really don't love that, but at least we get some block. The Sword Boomerang might end up killing something. Probably end up killing something. Wow, that was a bad Sword Boomerang. We can... I guess we can take this. I mean, it's just nice to reduce the damage by 6, I suppose. That was more than 6 by a long shot. Or more than 18 by a long shot. How much damage are we taking here? We're taking 18 plus 12, but 18 plus 12 is going to be 30 damage. That's so much damage. Well, it's fine. I mean, there's nothing we can really do, right? So... well, we took 15 damage, but the damage was 30. We can dash, strike, conclude. Although we could break him right now and play, although it's gonna kill him. It would be nice to play the Berserk right now was what I was thinking, but to conclude will probably kill him anyway. If not, damage him a lot. It would be nice to play the Berserk when they're not attacking, is what I was thinking, but don't think we really have the... could we play it? No. He's gonna Hyper Beam here, and we're probably gonna die, honestly. This is the end. This is the end. Unless Pummel is a crazy amount of damage. We can Pummel and Sword Boomerang in the same turn if we use the Headbutt and the Burning Pact. And we can even... no, we can't. We can't play one more thing. Fortunately, we don't have the Berserk up, so we can't play that other thing. The other question is, if we really try, can we somehow defend in? I don't think so. So let's think about the damage here. So this is going to be 16 times 5. 16 times 5 is nowhere near 169. It's half of that, basically. So half of 160 is 80. 80 damage plus the 27. So 107 damage plus... this would be 3 plus 9 is 12. 12 plus 50% of 12. 50% of 12 is obviously 6, so 18 times 4, is it? Yes, it's upgraded, so 18 times 4. So 18, so we had 107. 18 times 4 is 40 plus, wait, what? 40 plus 32, there's no, yeah, that is true. So, isn't that lethal? 70, 40 plus 32, 72. 107 plus 72 is... That's lethal, isn't it? 107. We will have the Nunchaku trigger as well, I just noticed that. 100 and... Oh wait, no, wait, we have another 3 strength as well. So that's definitely lethal. I think that's 100% lethal. I'm worried that that is not what I counted. That does not even look close to what I counted, but if we... I think this is probably the most damage that we can do, so if this is not going to work, then we're definitely going to lose, so... We can also Havoc... Oh my word, he's at 1. We got the energy from the Nunchaku, and we can Havoc the Bludgeon. That's just disgustingly lucky. We are so freaking lucky. Wow. That was absolutely disgusting. Yeah, that was so lucky. I'm not even gonna lie, that was not even skill, that was just luck there. I mean, it was a bit of skill to try to count that up and like think about the Nunchaku and the Red Skull and the Voodoo Doll. Oh, the Voodoo Doll strength and the Red Skull strength are already applied to us, of course. So when I was counting before and I thought, that might be one off, because I was like 107 plus 72 is actually going to be one off, isn't it? But, or maybe it was going to be 2 off, I can't remember. Because the boot did trigger, so I think we did do a little bit more damage with the boot. I think it might have been 2 off. Let's see here. So 100. So we had 179, and he had 100 and... Oh, 12, right. 12. 181, I think he had. We had 179. So the boot must have done like 3 damage there. So we were like 3 damage off. Which I in my mental quick estimation, I was like, we seem to be a little bit off. But then we managed to get the extra energy with the Nunchaku. We grabbed the Havoc instead of the Bludgeon. If we drew the Bludgeon, we wouldn't have enough energy to play it. We didn't have any more attacks in our hand. So that was the perfect Havoc Bludgeon play. Like, there's no way you could make that up. That's just crazy. Conjure Blade seems pretty nice. So does Doppelganger here. Both of these are pretty nice. I mean, Conjure Blade is certainly slower, but 9 times X with a bunch of strength, like, how can we pass that up, really? It's gotta be that one, right? Okay, this is a little bit spooky here. We're definitely not taking the Coffee Dripper. Sozu seems a little bit questionable with these 2 potions. We don't really have the potions that we need to have, but I think Sozu might be slightly better than Philosopher's Stone here, even though we don't have the right potions in our potion belt. In our potion slots, I guess, we don't have a potion belt. We're just carrying them in our pockets. Or we do have a belt. I'm not sure if it's a potion belt, but it's a belt. It's pretty close between these 2. So the Philosopher's Stone does sort of enable Red Skull more often if they hurt us more, but do we really want them to hurt us more? Like, that's a question. An extra 1 damage here and there could activate the Red Skull, though. We don't have, like, amazing healing. We have the Burning Blood, and we have the Rest. But other than that, we don't have amazing healing, so it's a bit risky to take the Philosopher's Stone, I would say. The question is this going to deal more damage to us than the Sozu might without the potions? And I think the answer is no, probably not. So We'll take the Philosopher's Stone, I think. Okay, that's a good enemy to face. We only have 1 power. Oh, we have 2 powers actually, but still, it's not going to be a big deal. It won't be a big deal at all. We have some big attacks. We can definitely punch in his face. We have some early shops here, which makes me happy that I saved some money there. Let's see what the elites look like. We have a path with 3 elites on the left side and a path with 3 elites on the right side. The right side looks a little bit sketchier than the left side for sure. The left side has some outs and the right side has some pretty narrow paths here, although the left side does have like this one where you can't escape. So if we were not confident by the chest, we could probably escape both elites, but here we would have to take 2 elites at least. We could also do this, which, I mean, this is probably better though. Yeah, that's probably better. Okay, let's go ahead and take this path. I don't know. It's pretty close. Actually, there's a lot of question marks here. Maybe it was better to take the other path. Who knows? We'll never know. Having 5 energy and the expunger is pretty nice. Or the conjure blade that gets the expunger. I think we'll go ahead and use this shockwave here. Not sure if we should Jax or not. I mean, let's see here. So this deals 9 damage. It would give us another 3 damage, so 12 times 4. 12 times 4 is a decent chunk of their health for sure. I think it's probably fine. It's only 3 damage. 13 actually, not 12. Extra vulnerable with the strength helped. Took 9 damage there, but this turn is intangible and we probably will be fine. Oh, that's really nice to line up the Berserker with the intangible. We probably are okay taking the 1 damage here without blocking, and we'll just go ahead and shuffle in a really big expunger. And then hopefully we'll draw it next turn and kill him. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, we did not draw it, but we can go ahead and Feel No Pain, Havoc. Oh, I meant to headbutt before the Havoc and actually put the Burning Pact on top, was what I meant to do. Whoopsie. Well, rip me. We have lethal anyways. Yeah, we have lethal anyways, so that's fine. Not rip me. Rip him. Sucker Punch not too bad, but we do have the Shockwave, which has weak already. I don't think any of these are worth taking, probably. I mean, Sweeping Beam is alright, but I think Conclude is probably like twice as good. Conclude will be very nice here, especially if we get some extra strength before then. Shockwave is definitely nice here. Go ahead and Warcry, see what we get. Jaxed is pretty nice. We can maybe put the Regret on top so that if we draw the Burning Pact, we can have something to exhaust. And we don't really want to take the damage right now, so we'll go ahead and we'll deal the damage on. Oh wait, we should probably do the Shockwave first. And then deal the damage on the one that's going to block in, so that we have, like once he blocks in, we'll have sort of an equal number in all these. I think we'll take this just to see what we get, and a double block is slightly more block than the Armaments, and Armaments is not doing anything else, so. Just wanted to take a little bit less damage there, and I think it's worth using the potion there. This is kind of annoying. Let's start with the Sword Boomerang just so we see where everyone's at. Okay. 10 times 5, so that's 50 damage. So we could kill this guy right now. This is 55 damage, so we can kill both of these guys and just sort of chill. Nunchaku triggers at sort of the worst time here, but take 2 damage instead of 1 damage from that, which is super annoying, but just because of the Ascender's Bane, we couldn't even play it. Hopefully we'll be able to kill this guy. I don't know if we will be able to because we don't have that many good things in our deck right now. We have the Bash, which is kind of decent. I mean, we can Burning Pact here for sure. See what we get. Bash Strike, is that enough? Can see if we get the armaments with okay, so that doesn't take your energy, right? It's sort of like the Nightmare play. Let's go ahead and just defend in and strike here, because I think we should be fine with like the Expunger in here. The Conclude in here too is probably going to be a big deal the next couple turns. Just take less damage instead of worrying about killing these guys. So let's go ahead and Burning Pact on the defend. Okay, Expunger is really nice, of course. Let's go ahead and use that here. Then we can we could headbutt first to put the Expunger back on top, I suppose, and then Conclude. We're not going to kill this guy, but we're going to kill him next turn, so it'll be fine. Wish we had some kind of healing sort of thing, or maybe like a lesson learned, whatnot, so that we can take advantage of being able... Oh, we wasted the intangible turn by doing that. That's kind of annoying. But anyways, should be fine. Blood Potion is kind of nice for sure. It's like a little rest there. Don't think we want any of these cards. We're definitely going to go the right with the shop here. Excuse me. Whenever you lose HP, gain 3 block next turn. Self-Priming Clay makes me again wish I took Rupture. Feel pretty stupid about that still. A Warcry is pretty good in our deck. We have the Havoc to combo with it. We have the... We definitely want the draw. Dark Shackle's not bad either, just for the fact that it is what it is. Corruption I don't think we want in our deck. Just because playing Jax repeatedly is probably nicer than Corruption. We're going to remove something for sure, I think, unless we don't have the money to buy the things we want to buy. Not sure if we want the Self-Forming Clay. We don't have that many things. We have the Jax, which deals damage to us, and then we just take damage. There's nothing else, really. So Self-Forming Clay is not that amazing, although it is a pretty nice relic in this class for sure. Although we're not getting our class cards because we have the Prismatic Shard, so... I think we could probably take the Waffle here. I think Waffle, remove Dark Shackles, perhaps. Remove the Strike, probably. Maybe a Defend at this point. We still lack defense, so probably a Strike. And then I think maybe take a Shrug It Off and a Warcry. Yeah. We have the energy. We need the draw, right? There's no more drawing here. No, there's not. I don't know if we need to take the Dark Shackles. Certainly not a bad thing to have in our deck. Yeah, let's take it. We're not going to visit the other shop. So we'll probably have enough money for the shop after the heart shop. We'll probably have enough for. This is sort of a weird hand. These guys are not friendly at all. We have enough damage to kill one of them. 45 plus the headbutt will kill them. We could top deck the bludgeon. It's quite a nice top deck because it's almost their full health. And we have enough energy to play it for sure. we will top deck the bludgeon rather than the armaments. Gonna take 8 damage here, 6 from this guy and the 2 from the thing. Fortunately. Okay, so bludgeon conclude will... Oh, this is very nice. This is very nice. We can Conjure Blade on top. Then we can Havoc, and the Conjure Blade works for the 4, because it doesn't spend our energy. We learned that last time. And we can spend this on here, and then we can conclude to... well, we got the energy from the Nunchaku, but we don't need it. Should have been paying a little bit more attention to that, but it didn't matter here. We can go ahead and pummel here. Might be enough. No, it's not enough. We can Burning Pact to see if we can get something else that's enough. Well, definitely Expunger is going to be enough. That's certainly the case. I like that there's colorless cards in the picks as well. Flash of Steel's not bad. I mean, Leap is pretty good too. We're definitely not taking Defragmentation or Defragmentation. Yeah, Leap is a pretty good card. We don't have very much defense in here at all, so let's take the Leap. We're not going to the shop. We don't have money for that, and this is the better path anyway. It is a campfire instead of a fight or whatever it is. It is a fight. Berserk isn't too bad here. The Repulsor is dealing damage, but nothing else. Can go ahead and Burning Pact on the Regret first to see what we get. Conjure Blade, okay. Can shrug it off to see what we get here. Dark Shackles is pretty nice here for sure. And we can take that. I think maybe we Conjure Blade instead of Headbutting. A 3 energy Conjure Blade is probably better than a Burning Pact or a Shrug It Off on top. Although Shrug It Off is probably a nice card to have on top. I think we want an Expunger in our discard. In our draw, sorry. The Thorns are going to be a little bit difficult to deal with, but we'll probably use the Bludgeon on them if we can. So here we have the Bludgeon. Probably the Shockwave is worth doing. We can Armaments first. Do we have enough energy to do the Shockwave, the Boomerang, and the Pummel? No. Oh, we do. We do have enough energy to do those 3, but we don't have enough energy to use the Bludgeon as well. Although, let's go ahead and see what we're dealing with here. I guess if we do this, we'll take the 6, and then we'll take another 7 here, which is kind of annoying, but we do get rid of this guy, which is pretty nice. And Sword Boomerang is a little bit risky right now. I don't think I'll play the Sword Boomerang, so I guess we'll play the Bludgeon instead. Sword Boomerang could deal a lot more damage to us than just the 6, or just the 7, I guess, is what we're dealing with right now. The Berserk is really nice to have early on, for sure. These days are not such a big deal when we draw them with Burning Pact, obviously. We can't seem to get anything but block, but no one's hitting us. I guess we could take the Burning Pact back with Liquid Memories. It's probably worth it. They're going to shuffle a ton of Days into our deck, so... That's probably the best card to get back. I don't think we'll take... I mean, the Bludgeon and stuff like that is probably good too, but I think the Burning Pact just to start drawing our cards is good. What a draw. What the heck? Okay. At least we're able to draw out our cards. Oh my, this is even the intangible turn? Are you kidding me? What a weird turn. That was so dumb. Yeah, just power up, boys. Just power up and I'll just sit here and do nothing. Well, they're still... Okay, well... If you want to power up, I guess that's fine. I guess we probably need to play the Jax, right? Days, nice, okay. Guess we'll start working on these Repulsors if we can ever actually draw any cards. We'll just end up killing ourselves with the Jax while they just shuffle in random stuff forever. 2 war cries, a daze, and a defend. Oh boy, it's come to this, and we can't even draw anything with the war cry because we'll just put the war cry on top, I think. We'll take the defense and then get rid of these. Stop, please stop. This fight is incredibly boring is what it is. Interesting? Oh my word, what is this? Oh boy, we're in for some treats, I guess. Can probably throw the bash on top. We're gonna take 10 here, but it's worth it. Of course we get the feel no pain last, so all this exhausting of the days does nothing except we even have synergy that would help us with it. We're not even gonna play the bash because we don't have the block to block the 12 damage that it'll deal to us. We get some block every time we exhaust these days, but we only have 2 more of them in our deck anyway. He just keeps buffing himself. It's so annoying. We'll probably top deck the we'll top deck the Burning Pact. Well, we need to get the block first. We don't even have block still? Oh my word. What a joke. Well, why are we top decking the Burning Pact when we can just bludgeon it in the game? I don't know what we're doing. Well, at least we counted up the Incense Burner, we counted up the Nunchaku. They didn't even deal that much damage to us. It was just weird. It's just like waiting for the game to end, basically. I don't think Finisher is worth taking here. We're only playing like 3 attacks on a turn at most. Twin Strike, I'm honestly still not convinced of. Fire Breathing, I'm not convinced of either. I mean, it is a curse card, right? So we do get the curses. I forgot about that. I guess we could take it. It is curses too, so maybe it's not so bad. We do have 3 curses. Although it is a power, and this guy gets upset when we play power, so maybe we should just let him be happy. Let's just let him be happy. We have a pretty decent deck already, so why ruin it? We get the intangible this turn. He's an intangible dude, so he totally gets it. We can armaments here. Bludgeon for sure, and then conclude. Get a little bit of damage there, take a little bit of damage from the regret, but I don't regret anything I've done. It's nice to get the Jax with the intangible for sure, that's definitely nice. I think we'll go ahead and not worry about dealing these. He has intangible, so we don't need to worry too much about him, about dealing damage right now. I think we'll go ahead and Jax and then Conjure Blade for the 5. It'll be certainly a lot nicer than doing the 1 damage a turn, or 1 damage to him that we do with the other stuff. So I guess Leap here is a decent card for sure. There's a piece of chocolate on the I'll throw that out before I forget. Here, 1 second. Sorry, I was eating a protein bar before the stream, and there's a piece of chocolate on my desk, and I don't want the cats eating that. Even though it's very tiny. Still, don't want them eating it, of course. We can probably top deck something like the Jax or the Bludgeon. Bludgeon might be a good card to top deck here. Or we could Headbutt and then Havoc something as well. Is there anything we'd like to do that with? I guess maybe the Bash we could do that with. We don't necessarily need the Bash in our deck. Although we're gonna probably play the Shockwave this turn. Maybe we should do that with like the Defend. Although we do have a Defend in our hand, so maybe we just don't worry about it. too much. We could always do that with like a burn or something if we want to. So let's start with the shockwave. Let's just see what the weakened is. So it's 18. He's dealing 18 damage, so we could just leap and defend and we would block in. But I guess we might as well get rid of the other defend, maybe. I mean, he is not intangible this turn. Oh, we get another energy actually from the Nunchaku, so we could go ahead and do the bash instead. We don't need the vulnerable on him. Yeah, it's probably fine to do the extra little bit of damage too. Block in fully, do some extra damage. He's going to be intangible, which, I mean, I hope I don't draw the expunger this turn, but if we do, we could always also end up with getting like a war cry to put it on top as well. The vulnerable is not really cool this turn. We're not super jazzed about that. The Dark Shackles is a nice little bit of stuff. The Feel No Pain will definitely give us some nice stuff too. Oh, the boot. The boot does work with intangible, so this will deal 5 times 5 instead of just the 5 damage. Go ahead and draw here, I think. And this also deals 15 instead of just the 3. So we might as well play both of those. We're not going to play the Berserk, it's just too much damage we'll be taking. So yeah, so the boot triggers every time, so we do the 40 damage there. Unfortunately, we're going to take like 12 damage or something. Yeah, 12 damage. But the price we pay for not having enough defend in our deck. 14 times 21 times 5 is certainly lethal, so. Strike Dummy, well, that kind of sucks. I mean, this is the class that you want Strike Dummy in for sure, but we got rid of almost all of our strikes and none of our cards even say strike, so. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that we got Strike Dummy. Footwork is nice. Electrodynamics isn't actually that bad, because we only have 1 orb slot, so. This does just do a bunch of damage to all enemies. It's like 2 energy, deal 8 damage now, and 3 damage at the end of every single turn. So that's actually, honestly, pretty nice. I think I'll take Footwork though. Getting the extra dexterity is nice. It's a power which the boss hates, of course, but we'll take the Recall now because we don't necessarily need to heal, and I'd like to take the Recall now so that if we need to heal later, we can. Okay, we didn't get the chest yet. I was like, wait a second, did we get the blue key? I just looked up there when we saw the key, and I was really worried for a second. Conclude is a really nice card here for sure. We can War Cry to see what we get. Defend isn't bad for sure. I think he does a lot of she does a lot of repeated damage, so Dark Shackles might be a better card to play next turn actually. We can mostly block him with the Leap Defend, so we also have a Blood Potion here, so we can heal 20% of our HP if we want to at some point. I just like to do that after the question marks if we can, because of various effects that we've discussed about why it might be. Oh, we had the intangible turn, so putting the Dark Shackles on top was probably not worth doing, but we can Berserk here, which is kind of nice. And Footwork, why not throw out the Havoc, I guess. That's not bad. And then I guess, I mean, we don't, I guess we'll just get rid of this so we take 1 less damage from the Regret. Or though we're going to take 1 damage anyway because we're intangible, so it doesn't really matter. I guess we'll just end the turn. We take 5 damage overall, which is not very nice, but what can you do? We couldn't do anything really. I guess we could have top decked a Defend instead of the Dark Shackles, and then we wouldn't have taken any damage, but hindsight is like that sometimes, right? Guess we could top deck the Conclude, but I don't even know if that's really worth doing here. It's kind of annoying that this does 11 damage. They both do 11 damage. That's so annoying. Top deck. I don't think the Conclude is worth it because, like, next turn there's only going to be one enemy. Maybe the Armaments is worth it, or the Dark Shackles. Maybe the Armaments. It's hard to know, really. We're gonna take 5 damage here, which is kind of annoying, but still. We blocked in most of it, and this activates our Red Skull too, so. Armaments is just a little bit of extra damage and such, so it's not bad for sure. We can exhaust that if we want to, but we could probably just bash and bludgeon here. We should probably top deck like something that we actually want to play though. Yeah, we'll top deck something that we actually do want to play instead of top decking that. Oh, we got an extra energy, so we can go ahead and do that. Yeah, I think I would rather play the Burning Pact next turn than play it on nothing this turn, or yeah, play it on nothing and draw the curse, and then not be able to play anything. We probably have lethal with this, right? 12 times 5, that's not quite lethal, but we could... No, we can't Conjure Blade and draw something. Or we can't Conjure Blade and play the Burning Pact because we're going to spend all our energy if we Conjure Blade here. We don't have like a Nunchaku trigger to get us an energy back, but we won't be able to play it anyway if we do the Nunchaku. It's only 1 energy. Probably Jack's Pummel is lethal. Let's see here. So this would be 14 at least. 14 times 5. So that's 50. 50 plus 20 is 70. 70 is not enough to kill him. I mean, we can draw these. I guess why not, right? And then we can shrug. $70... Yeah, that's lethal now. We do have to play the Jacks, though, which is kind of annoying. Do lose 2 more HP. Shovel is certainly interesting, but a little bit too late now to be something good. Obviously, Flurry of Foes is terrible because we don't have any stance changing in this deck. Phantasmal isn't terrible. It's actually probably pretty good here. Footwork not bad either, but I think playing more powers right now is probably a bad idea with the upcoming boss and the... what is this? That's not really helpful. We don't have very much healing during combat anyway. We only really have the curse, the Burning Blood. So Magic Flower is fine to take the Sapphire Key instead. Sometimes Magic Flower is just like insane. We get an extra strength from our Wraith, but Wraith is a pretty bad curse. Innate is... Innate is very bad with a curse, for sure. We can top deck the Defend, because next turn we're going to want to defend instead. And of course, Phantasmal, like, is not going to be good next turn, so we probably should top deck that instead, actually, now that I think about it. I guess... Well, I kind of want to see if the boot is doubled, which is... Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Good experiment to see if the Phantasmal doubles the boot here. Conjure Blade is not terrible here, honestly. It would have been nice to get the Intangible this turn. I think we will Warcry to see what we see. That's not great. I guess we can top deck the Bash. Or maybe the Berserk, actually. Yeah, that's probably slightly better here. We're gonna take some damage here. I would like to see if it doubles the boot damage. I almost feel like we should like restart to see that, but we're just not gonna see it, I guess. It's kind of annoying, but I don't mind, I guess. I would like to see it, but I don't know if it's really worth doing here. So Berserk is going to be great on this turn, especially because of the Incense Mirror, so top decking the Bash would have been much worse here. We'll feel no pain for sure. We'll Shockwave, block in that 3 damage. Footwork. Pommel is going to be great here. It does some block as well, I guess. The Vulnerable does nothing because we're intangible, so it's perfect time to play the thing. I guess we can Burning Pack the Havoc before we Armaments. It's a bit unfortunate that we got the wrong sort of things. Yeah, this is terrible. What the heck is this? Just like drawing the wrong cards here. I guess he's intangible, so we don't need attacks, but like we don't really need defense either, so it's kind of annoying. Armaments can upgrade the Expunger and probably give us lethal next turn. I guess why not play the Leap, right? Oh, because we didn't have the energy to play the Leap. I missed out on 5 damage. That's actually terrible. I don't know why I was like, why not play the Leap? Because we only had 1 energy, that's why. Stupid. That was really dumb of me for some reason. I don't know what I thought. I thought something. So this is close to lethal. It is lethal. I was gonna say it's 99, but it's more than 99. Blood Vial is really nice as well. Spot Weakness is great. Die is not bad either, for sure. I think we'll take the Spot Weakness because Strength is good for us. We ended up going for a Strength deck anyway. So the question is, I guess we take Campfire, question mark, fight, rather than question mark. Campfire? Is that right? No, we should probably take the question marks first, right? Yeah. Because they could be fights where we could get cards that we want to upgrade. We could... Yeah, there's lots of things that I can't... What the heck is this hand? I mean... Oh my word, what the... What the heck? We could just leave. This is already taking like a lot of damage. I'm just gonna leave. We're probably never gonna use that Smoke Bomb anyway, so... We healed like... We healed 6 plus 2, it's 8 heal. It's not bad. We'll definitely take the fight here. We can deal with this fight for sure. Watch us die here. Oh my word, what the heck? Can you please stop? This game is a joke. This is the 2nd fight in a row that we had this. We only have 4 curses out of 32 cards, like, come on. I know this is innate, but still, seriously? It's ridiculous. Well, we're definitely taking the Blood Potion this fight, like, there's no question about it. We're just gonna use the Condor Blade to its full extent. Not just because I messed up and did the heal before the Red Skull came. I think we were dead if we didn't do that, actually. Wow, okay, well... Jeez. Let's think about this carefully here. I think we wait on the Feel No Pain. Let's go ahead and Footwork, let's Shrug here. Okay, is Defend better than Feel No Pain is the question here. I do want to draw with Burning Pact, but the question is, should I, like, exhaust the Feel No Pain? And should we top deck something before? I mean, we could top deck the Shrug It Off. We could headbutt Burning Pact on defend and then play the Shrug It Off. I mean, that's all of our energy. And yeah, that's all of our energy. I think we're gonna Burning Pact on the Feel No Pain. I don't think we need to get the Shrug It Off. Okay, well that's a burn. That's really not cool, dude. Well, we're gonna double defend here. This is scary. We're at 10. Well, now I'm thinking I shouldn't have taken this fight. Well, at least we're intangible this turn. That's pretty nice for sure. We have the Expunger. We have the Jax as well. We have the Pummel. Well, this turn is going to be very explosive. I think we'll take the Jax. 18 times 5. That's probably lethal, right? Let's see what 18 times 5 is. 18 times 5 is going to be 50 plus 8 times 5. 8 times 5 is 40. Yeah, 40. 40 plus, what was it, 50? 90 damage? Oh, that's... Seriously? 90? Why you gotta do me dirty like that? This is 55 damage. 55 plus 41 is 96. 96 is enough to kill him at least. Oh, these are some really unfortunate totals here. I guess we're invulnerable or intangible, so I guess it doesn't matter that much, but it's kind of annoying. It feels like the game is being rude to me for no reason. It's what it feels like. Turnip is pretty nice. Riddle with holes is awesome. That's great. We'll definitely take that. Although prepared might have been better. I think we want to heal here. I think we might want to double heal, actually. Yeah, we might want to double heal. Again, pretty bad opening hand. I mean, at least we get the Berserk without an attack, but still. Okay, that's not bad at all. We could definitely end up... That enemy does not intend to attack. Yeah, I know. I'm upset too. At least we blocked the Frail. Sword Boomerang is epic here. We could definitely... I'm not sure if we want armaments before we Warcry. Probably, right? We have enough energy to use it all. This is a little bit unfortunate because we don't need the block here. I guess we could just not Shrug It Off. We already have enough block. We can just put the Leap on top and... Or we could put the Shrug It Off on top. Depends what we think he's going to do next turn. If he's going to attack us or if he's going to... I think the Shrug It Off is probably fine. Well, that was a good chunk of damage. So I'm happy about that. Okay, he's not attacking, so definitely worth the Shrug It Off here. We're Burning Pact on the Regret here, for sure. Right before we get the Feel No Pain, of course, always. I guess it doesn't matter here at all, right? Oh, we probably should have Shrugged It Off before we did that. Yeah, that would have been smart. Oh, we could put the Shrug It Off on top again. Yeah, it's probably worth doing. Go ahead and use this here. Nice chunk of damage. Just play this for fun. This isn't actually the daily, this is the Prismatic Shard run. Oh boy. Well, we can headbutt something. We could headbutt the Burning Pact. Is there something in here which would be really good with the Burning Pact thing? Or we could do something else like, we could headbutt the armaments and draw that and then play it to get some more defend, some more reducing of the strength. I think that's probably the best move. I mean, maybe Burning Pact is slightly better because we have so much energy here, right? It could get us, like... Could get us a Shockwave or... And it would save with the Regret, right? It's pretty close here between Armaments and Burning Pact. If it was the upgraded Burning Pact, maybe that would have been enough to clinch it. We're only upgrading the Defend and the Dark Shackles, but still... What's the upgrade to Dark Shackles? It's 9 and then 15. 15 is a lot. Yeah, that is quite a bit. And it's an extra block too, so I think probably the Armaments is slightly better here. 15 is a lot, so... And I trust our deck that we can get through this. Of course, we're intangible on the turn that he's not doing anything. We can Conjure Blade. We'll draw it next turn. 6 times 9 is 6 times 9 is plus 7 each. Yeah, that's gonna be lethal for sure. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Right now, our deck is not using the bludgeon really at all. I mean, we have this strength thing going on, which we didn't even want to happen, but it did happen, and I think we're pretty happy with it. I don't think we need to Jax here. Yeah, we should be fine. Yeah, we're fine. We probably should have Shockwaved because that was free, but we didn't. Iron Wave is probably not worth taking. Something like Wall Up probably might have been worth taking there, but Iron Wave I don't think so. I don't think there's any upgrade that's like absolutely necessary right now. No, we should be fine to just rest and chill. I mean, we could dig, but like I think we just want some HP to be able to play with in these fights here. Conclude is a great card to get at the top here. We're gonna Havoc, just see what happens, I guess. Warcry is not a bad card to Havoc for sure. Let's go ahead and put I think we'll put the Pummel on top because the Pummel will allow us to get the Red Skull up with his incoming damage before we play it. I think, maybe not, but pretty close to it at least. It's possible that we might get a Jax as well. It definitely benefits from waiting a turn, I think. I think let's start trying to get rid of these guys before we work on the big boy. Although I would like the vulnerable for the Pummel, of course, but I think getting rid of the Culpus is probably pretty important here. And he has this regen anyway, so we have a Sword Boomerang as well, so and we have the Shockwave here to help even more with our efforts. Our Nunchaku is going to trigger too, so we'll go ahead and start with the Shockwave and then the Sword Boomerang just to see where we're at. Okay, that's really nice for sure. Can Burning Pact on the Defend, I think. We'll feel no pain. And Dark Shackles on him. And Jaxed. And then deal just a ton of damage over here. We're gonna take some damage, but we're gonna get into Red Skull range, so it'll probably be worth doing. We could have thought about speed potioning there, and that would have been okay, but we just barely get into the red zone, so I'm not upset about it at all. The Dark Shackles would have been really nice this turn, but fortunately that didn't happen. Oh, the speed potion might have been worth playing that turn actually with the Shrug It Off. We could still think about playing it now with this. So let's see here. Well, maybe we should go ahead and just deal with him actually. That's the same damage, right? So that's the same damage we're taking. and dealing with him right now is probably worth doing. We don't get the Phantasmal up, but... So how much damage are we taking? 8 times 4? 8 times 4 is 32. That is a lot of damage. Hopefully we'll be fine. We get an extra block, which is nice. So we can probably start with the armaments. We can do this for sure. Conjure Blade, I mean, we'll get the blade next turn probably. We have the 18 coming in. We could War Cry, put the Conjure Blade on top. If we think next turn we'll be fine. I think I kind of like that idea. Can riddle with holes this turn instead. We'll put the Conjure Blade on top so that we could play the Berserk if we were really... Oh, the Conjure Blade on top is pretty nice with the Incense Burner. Oh, the Berserk would have been nice with the Incense Burner next turn. Dang it. Now I feel stupid. We could take the extra damage. So what's 50% of 18? Is 9, so 27 damage, so we'll take 5 damage. Let's go. Risk it all. Holy crap, that's more than 5 damage. That was 7 damage. Oh my word. Okay, we're scared. Oh no, it's intangible turn. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're scared immediately. Okay, let's do the Conjure Blade first so that we put that in our deck on top, basically. 7 times that. Oh wait, I just said Conjure Blade first, but I probably should have spotted weakness first, shouldn't I have? Yeah, for sure I should have done that. Yeah, we definitely wanted that 4 strength, which we did not get. And we are taking 1 damage here, which is a tiny bit unfortunate. And we would have exhausted the, or is that exhaust? Yeah, I don't know, it isn't exhaust, so wouldn't have done that, but 18 times 7. That is lethal, is it not? Oh, well, not necessarily. 18 times 10 is 180, so this is probably not lethal, is it? We can Jax. 20 times 7? 20 times 7 is 140? Oh my word, we're still not there, are we? Well then. This is 13 block. 13 minus the 26 is 13. Wait, how are we going to survive this? If we don't have lethal, how are we going to survive this? 20 times 7 is not lethal. Yeah, I think playing the Berserk was probably a mistake, because we're gonna take too much damage here. It's weird that we didn't have enough damage. I feel like there's no way we should have lost this fight. Well, I don't feel that bad about restarting this. It's the last fight. We did the whole Ascension except for this, and we probably should have won if we had played properly, but we didn't. So I don't feel too bad about restarting here. We were almost at full HP. How did we lose this? Wow, that was just... Yeah, okay, so I don't even remember anything about what we did, so we can go ahead and have it here, I think. We could think about taking the the dexterity potion even just now to block this. It's probably worth it later though. Okay, so I think the pummel on top was fine. We didn't get a jaxed or anything, but it was fine. I think defending this turn is nice, so I think it was probably a different turn which speed potion would have been better than this turn specifically. I think we'll still try to kill this guy first. We still need to defend before we conclude, of course. 8 damage is kind of a weird spot to put him at, though. Maybe this guy would have been a better move, because, like, 9 damage, 8 damage, like, it's not very much of a difference, right? But Sword Boomerang does kill him here, doesn't it? Maybe Shockwave is the mistake here? No, I think that's probably still worth it to Shockwave first, right? And then Sword Boomerang feels right to me. The weird part here is, like, I want to defend, but I also want to play the Burning Pact to draw cards, but, like, maybe we should play the Pummel here. Like, it's not terrible. We probably should have done that before we did the Boomerang, though. I think whatever I did, this is slightly better than that. I don't really love playing the pummel on that guy, but like, just making it just 1v1, maybe better here. We might get a better draw with the offset with not playing the Burning Pact. So we get the Dark Shackles this turn, which is probably better here. Go ahead and activate our strength and get the red skull on. So the Dark Shackles was definitely better that turn than it was the turn before. Like, it's not even close how much better it was that turn. So I don't think we really need the Dexterity Potion this turn. Not sure exactly what the best move is here. We could Phantasmal for the possibility of like Riddle with holes next turn. Would be 9 plus 4. 9 plus 4. He's not going to be vulnerable next turn is another issue here. 9 plus 4. Next turn we might get the Berserk. And that would be nice when he's, when we're intangible. But we don't have really a lot of draw to be able to, like, guarantee that we get to Berserk, is another weird thing here. Yeah, this is a kind of weird crossroads, I would say. I guess we could Burning Pact the Bludgeon. It's something I hadn't considered here. Because the Bludgeon is not the best card in our deck. I mean, it's not bad for sure. 61 damage, that's no joke, right? But could Bludgeon, defend, shrug it off? Like, that's an option. I guess maybe we should start with shrug it off if we're gonna play that no matter what. Now the question is, do we Conjure Blade and, like, do we Phantasmal with Conjure Blade or something? It seems pretty good to do that, honestly. I think we even defend here to conserve our HP. Conjure Blade for 2 is still pretty good because of the 9 strength that we have. And we could even Armaments on it if we get lucky. Like, it's a good thing not to damage him when he's, like, doing this whole, like... Jeez, this is a terrible draw for this. 26 times 5 is pretty intense. Let's armaments to get the war cry better, I guess. I mean, like... I don't know. I guess it's the best armaments right now, right? Berserk this turn, we definitely want to play the Berserk this turn. We'll put the defend on top because he is not dealing any damage to us this turn anyway, so why bother? 26 times 5 is certainly a good amount of damage to do. I think I would be scared if he was doing 26 times 5. No question about it. We have leap and defend here. I think we can go ahead and pop this dexterity potion here. We can play everything also. 33 is not quite enough, but... So, we have all the energy in the world to play these 3 cards. So what should we top deck is the question, really. With the strike in the deck right now, we could obviously Burning Pact the strike, but I'd rather Burning Pact one of these curses. We seem to not get the Burning Pact and the curses in our hand ever, which is pretty annoying. We could also Expunder now and top deck that. What did we have that we just played that was like a ton of damage? Riddle with holes. There we go. We should probably top deck that instead of the Expunger. It's slightly better, I think. We'll spot weakness because we get the strength from it, obviously. Then go ahead and Expunger and Headbutt. I think headbutting the Riddle with holes is probably the best move right now. More damage, but are we sure that we're gonna be okay? I mean, so we have 33 block right now, right? 33, and he is doing 12 times 4. 12 times 4 is 48, so he's gonna do 15 damage to us, so we're gonna be at like 21. So if he does damage again next turn, we're gonna be in trouble, but we have 13 strength. 13 plus the 4 is obviously 17. I don't know why I think about these things sometimes when it's so obvious. 17 times 5, so that's gonna be... So 17 times 10 is obviously 170 divided by 2 is 170 divided by 2 is 35 plus 50 is 180, or sorry, 85. 85 damage is not going to be lethal. So maybe we shouldn't top deck that. Maybe we should top deck something a little bit more defensive, or a little bit more like card draw-esque. We have the Berserker up, right? Yeah, we have the Berserker up, so we have lots of energy, so maybe we should top deck the Burning Pact so that we can actually draw next turn. That's probably the smartest play to do, right? I think that's probably the smartest play to do. Whatever attack we do draw, we'll draw them eventually, right? We only have 22 cards in deck. We should be able to draw something, right? I think we'll Burning Pact the strike and then armaments afterwards. Could Havoc something that we headbutt. Havoc will cost 0 as well, which will be nice. So obviously Sword Boomerang is much better than Bludgeon right now. Wait, is it? It's not that much better than Bludgeon right now, actually. We could Havoc on the Burning Pact to get rid of the Regret here. That's not a terrible idea, actually. Save us some HP too, so it'll draw some cards. That gets us a Jax, which is probably worth playing. I think Phantasma is also worth playing. Sword Boomerang is better than Bludgeon anyway, so we'll take that block as well for sure. We're gonna take 1 damage here, but we have double damage next turn, and he only has 47 HP, so it should be okay to be able to kill him. 57 with the thingy. We should be able to, yeah, this is definitely gonna kill him, but he's gonna come back with like 400 HP or 320 or something like that, which is quite scary. We don't have that much we don't have that much health right now, which is the scary part here. And we're gonna take some damage. Well, I guess, well, we should, oh, we're gonna have to keep one of these on our hand, which is gonna deal 2 damage to us with regret. Actually, the double damage is not helping here. It's actually hurting us to do the double damage, which is funny. Yeah, this is kind of annoying. I guess this is less damage, but it's still gonna be lethal, so that's quite annoying. Yeah, so we take 2 damage instead of just the 1 if we were able to play everything. We couldn't play the attack, so that's why we couldn't play everything. See, him healing to full is really not cool. He's gonna deal like damage basically every single turn, and it's gonna be a lot of damage every single turn. So we'll start by getting rid of this. We have a lot less cards now, so blocking in is a little bit easier, but we could easily draw poorly and not be able to block in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we won't play the bash. I mean, let's think about the block here. So if we block with the, so this is 26. 26 plus 3 is 29. 29 plus 8. Oh my word, we're not even blocking in fully with this? I thought for sure we would block in fully with these 3 cards. So we only have, not 29, we have 37. So we're taking 9 damage. That is a lot of damage to be taking. That is not cool, man. Definitely are not shrugging this one off. Yeah, and we could very easily draw poorly next turn. So I guess that's just what we're doing, right? Like, I mean, there's not really a choice around it, right? Oh, boy. Yeah, we might die here anyways, even though we restarted. Okay, well, this sucks. We even have the regret in our hand. We don't have enough block to beat him. Rip. We lose. We lose. It's done. $180 health away from winning Ascension 10. Sometimes that's just how it goes, right? So, I mean, at least we were close. Somehow we were close with this hodgepodge deck. I think there were some choices at the beginning that we could have made differently. This was sort of a silly thing that we didn't need to take. We probably, a different person taking this same run probably would have had a very, very consistent Rupture deck with Combust and Jax and Hemokinesis. We also got offered a few times. We got offered some. We didn't get offered any like decent other things, but yeah, we could have had a lot better of a run. We got some offers of like repeated damage that we didn't take early on. I don't think it was a pummel or a sword boomerang, but it was like twin strike or something like that. Maybe something else like that. So I guess the moral of the story is that like you can't go for the fun deck in Ascension 10. You sort of have to go for something that's going to be consistent. And if you get an early Rupture that's discounted, even though you have even though you took a bludgeon, it's probably just worth taking the Rupture because Rupture is probably going to be a better deck than this silly bludgeon thing that we didn't even need at the end. We even thought about removing it from the deck at the end. Yeah. Obviously some really good relics here. We got some voodoo doll stuff. We got our Duvu. I didn't even realize it's not voodoo doll. It's Duvu doll. It's really hard to say. What was I gonna say? The voodoo doll stuff, or Duvu doll stuff, and the incense burner and the cursed key certainly were pretty fun to play, but we had a few combats at the end there, especially with the Writhe, where we would draw like Writhe, regret into our opening hand, and that was really rough. So it's pretty difficult to play a Duvu deck when you have more than, say, 3 curses and when you have a Writhe, because then you could just die in like 1 or 2 turns. It's not a very consistent deck, especially at a high ascension. Is a cursed key voodoo doll deck, but you know, we were pretty close. Wasn't terrible. Check out the daily before we end here. Just like to see what it is. Start with a random deck of 50 cards. That sounds insane. All enemies start with a slow debuff, and the Midas touch. Yeah, that's insane. We're not gonna do that. That was a pretty quick run, honestly. For runs, that was only 2.5 hours, which is pretty quick for Slay the Spire. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. You were very quiet in the chat today. I see there's 3 people still tuning in, but hope you had a good time and a good stream. I know there might have been 1 person checking out our beginning of the stream, Dominion, Daily Dominion. But yeah, if you go back and check that out, I explain the game and explain all the cards in it, and then we play a game. We face off against the hard AI, and you know, I won't spoil it, but yeah, hard AI sucks. I don't like what's it called, that card, Beggar. I hate that card. I hate Beggar. Ban that card. Alright, see you guys later. Have a good one.